Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm a relationship hacker.
Run up and get touched up, suicide. And all of y'all know my style. I excel, then prevail. Run up and get touched up, suicide, that's it. And all of y'all know my style. I excel, then prevail.
Ladies and gentlemen, Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The ZOWHAT Morning Show is back with another riveting topic. Jesus Horatio Christ. You know I can't get into this topic until I do right by the family. Who is the family? You know who the family is. Black-owned businesses. Oh, there go one of them right there, walking in the door. Black-owned businesses. Let me do this really quickly, though. Our engineer, Ashley, can't keep her hands off of the relationship dismount. I promise you. She be reading it. She be like, oh, my God, this book is incredible. So I'm finding myself. It's one of those books, I'm telling you, man. I am so pleased, man, like for real. I have morbid thoughts when I even read this book. Have you ever done something like athletes do it all the time, right? An athlete can go and score, have a great game, say in high school. You remember Married with Children? How Al Bundy would always talk about that time.
The four touchdowns.
Right? So, athletes have those moments. Like Kobe can always look back and go, remember when I dunked on you, Dwight? Mm-hmm. You thought I banged on your bitch. Or he can go back and go, Yao, don't ever talk, Yao. Remember I dunked on your big ass?
Mm-hmm. That baseline.
Athletes have those moments. Tiger Woods can say, remember when I pointed at the ball as it was going in the hole? I was like, yeah, motherfucker. This book is like a seminal moment in my life because sometimes I'll put it down. Like when you're putting a book together, the editing process is a shaping process. And man, it goes through so many machinations, and you let other people read it and they point out, flaws, and then you go back and then you fix it. Man, I sat down and read this book as just a person. Like, fuck it, you didn't write it. Just be objective, just as a person. This is my 4 touchdown moment. This right here, I'm like, man. And to be honest, man, I feel like Michael Jackson. Every time they ask Michael Jackson, hey, man, where you get the ideas, nigga? Where did Billie Jean come from? He said, man, God. I feel like the shit I went through prepared me for this to come through. Listen, man, I'm just thankful that Source Energy chose me to write this. And I'm just going to say, don't play yourself. There's only 218 copies left. I got a car full of orders that I will be sending out today after this show is over. I'm mailing them out. Listen, if you want a physical copy of the Relationship Dismount, you gotta go to my website. I am ZOWWilliams.com. Click shop. I will package it up and send it out today. Today. Please sell us out. Cash mob, IamZoWilliams.com. Secondarily, another thing that is exceedingly important, and Frank, pull up the websites, please. Whenever I say my website, Frank never pull it up. He just puts the text. I'm like, Frank is embarrassed of my website. He don't like my website. Frank, can you pull up my website? IamZoWilliams.com. Frank just put the text.
Is that right, Frank?
Frank be lying, too. Don't get it twisted. Frank is not above lying. He is Pisces. Okay, cool. Also, man, speaking of Frank, the GoFundMe page really needs your support. We got somebody just donated $5. His name is Joel Liddell. Liddell. I'll get it right. Man, let me just type in a thank you note for you right now. Thank you guys so much for continuously supporting and riding with our movement. Go to GoFundMe.com/Zoe Williams and please donate. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for everybody who's already done it. www.gofundme.com/Zoe Williams. The movement is in dire need of your support. And when I say dire, I don't say it lightly. Please continue to support the movement. Now, we've got a lot of businesses to rattle off to go through right now. But before I do that, let me throw it to Kevin because Kevin has something exceedingly important that must be supported by you all. Kevin!
Yes. Yes, sir.
Muster the real him.
Yes, sir. Yes, everybody. Cop Stop Guardian. I want to thank everybody who's been supporting it so far. So basically, what it is, it's just like it says. It's your own guardian at a traffic stop, or your personal 911 guardian. You get pulled over. You click on the app. The phone immediately turns to record, video record, as well as audio record. It taps you into an operator. This operator will be the mediator between you and the police officer at the traffic stop. So all the law that you don't know, this operator will know police procedures, so that you basically have to keep the contact with the officer at a minimal pace, so that everything is at a keeping the tension low. So basically, also when you get pulled over, the app will click into something called a Cop Stop flash mob. Sends out a signal to everyone within a half a mile radius to mob the stop, to get there, basically record. Just, you're not going to interfere with the stop. Just basically sit back, record, just for third party, more verification. So everybody, I know all you melanated people, everybody's basically scared when they see the police officer on the street, but melanated people, especially you, this is strictly, we came up with this because of all the rash police violence that's been happening on the TV. So this is your chance to do something about it. Like if you always talking about the police officers, they fuck these police officers, they always fucking up, they racist. This is your chance. This is it. I mean, there's nothing out there like this right now. But so basically, please just go out there and support this and jump in the movement.
And anybody who's watching The Fist, right, on Netflix, The Iron Fist.
Oh yeah.
Kev works for The Hand. Because this secret organization that's supporting Kev went to the GoFundMe page and dropped money and then leaned on Kev. Now, have your boy speak on it. I was like, this nigga work for The Hand.
Because they understand.
This nigga work for The Hand?
That's right. Because you put it out there. Pump that shit up. These brothers need to know that this is out there to help them. I mean, this is the only thing that's out there. It will also document police stops. So police officers who are abusing their authority, we're going to have a database for that. So if you need to sue the police or anything like that, you can call and have get this database.
To be honest though, as a father of two boys, two sons, African American young men, they need that shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because a lot of people send they boys off, especially brothers, little brothers. You send your boys off and it's like, how do they navigate the streets? And if they run into some shit, the police ain't the same way they used to be when I was young.
And they pick on the younger people more. So it's they first of all they think most people don't know the law. That's the very first thing police officers think. However, they definitely think that the young people don't know anything. So when they get pulled over, they get harassed the most. And so this is, if you're, like Zoe said, you're a concerned parent, you need to have this guardian within the cockpit with your son or your daughter.
I got it. BigOldPrettyGirls.com. Big Old Pretty Girls. What I talk about that oven loving.
You know something about that?
Them big girls got that oven, man. They keep it warm. That juicy fruit. Listen, BigOldPrettyGirls.com. High-end fashion. Sister reached out to me. Fashion for sisters of plus size. Man, I know this really beautiful sister. I ain't even gonna lie. She's a big girl. I ain't even gonna say her name. She know I'm talking about. I coached her. Beautiful sister. Lord have mercy, Jesus. BigOldPrettyGirls.com. Please.
You having a flashback?
I'm just saying. BigOldPrettyGirls.com. Please. And let me just say, I've never had sex with anybody I've coached. BigOldPrettyGirls.com. Please continue to support their movement. New Republic West. Man, they did my taxes. And I support this black-owned business. They can do your taxes anywhere in the country. New Republic West. New is spelled N-U. NewRepublicWest.com. Total Package Energy. We're all out of it because of people like Kevin and John and people who steal from me.
People like Stingy Zoe.
Hey, let me just say, man. Let me just say, this is a serious product.
It's dope.
It's better than 5 Hour Energy.
It's dope.
It's better than Monster. It's better than Red Bull. It's better than all of that.
As a trainer, I wouldn't drink 5 Hour Energy. But
wait, pull your mic up into your.
As a trainer, I wouldn't drink 5 Hour Energy because of all the bullshit in it. But this is natural.
This ain't got the bullshit in it.
Natural herbs, everything in it. I would drink
amino acids.
Yes.
It's a neural enhancer. Take this shit before you go take a test. You're going to be up.
You be up.
You're going to be clear-minded.
After the test and way after the test.
Way after the test. You're going to be seeing, you're going to be able to read street signs and shit. Oh, that's what
seeing through walls and shit.
You're going to know. Nah, man, I'm telling you, this totalpackageenergy.com. Don't play yourself. Please go there.
I didn't give them the GoFundMe page. I forgot to give you guys that. That's a GoFundMe/CopStopGuardian. Okay, please go there. Or the website is copstopguardian.com. You can go there and also donate.
Love it. Hey, Kenneth Boggs Suits. I just revealed a new picture of myself where I took a photo shoot in the suit that Kenneth made for me. Woo. When I tell you the dude is sharper than Ginsu knives in the pocket of a child. We done cut his leg off. I was so damn sharp. Shit. Woo. I'm talking ninja sharp.
Ninja throwing star sharp.
I'm telling you. KennethBoggsSuits.com. Take my word for it. Go to my Instagram at Mr. ZOWHAT. You'll see me in the white jacket with the red bow tie and the gray shirt. I'm telling you, he was cold as ice. Woo! Kenneth Boggs Suits. Weed juice! Not me juice, nigga. Weed juice.
Us juice.
Weed juice. OUIjuice.com. This brother comes here. You guys have saved his business, and I appreciate you guys cash mobbing everybody. It's Cash Mob Mondays. Please support every business I mention. Weed Juice is one of them. Been down with us. Brings juices every week. He ain't no joke. Freshly squeezed. He does it himself, and he too is a personal trainer. It ain't a game. Weed Juice. Go there. Support it now. Also, Power in One Clothing. T-shirts galore. The flyness. Man, these shirts is so dope. I love these brothers. Black-owned business. They do really high-end quality stuff. Please continue to support Power in One Clothing. Also, hold on. Don't just pick. I don't. You see how they just grabbing the juices. Everybody just. You see the evil involved? Like, while he's working, we will just take the best juices. Nobody asked Zoe what Zoe wants. So fuck Zoe.
These niggas are evil.
This is just it's a level of evil in here. RBGTs. I want you guys to support RBGTs. Those are my guys. Please work with them. RBGTs. Please continue to back them. Thank you, man. The Banana Dream. I appreciate it. RBGTs.com. Also, Shepherd Sweets. Listen, Easter is around the corner. She's making all type of Easter baskets and cakes and that sweet potato cake. Those fucking whatever that candy bark or whatever it is she's got. Please go to shepherdssweets.com. You already saw Cop Stop Guardian. I'm wearing Ramomar NY. The fly bomber with the coordinating T-shirt.
I was about to say.
Don't just walk in like the Prince of Egypt. All of you infidels, leave my lands.
Where is Akeem?
Where is Akeem? I'm Akeem. No, nigga, you're not Akeem. You're the steward of Gondor. Must of the bro hear him. I said the bro hear him. Must of the brothers, we shall recapture our lands. I'm just saying, the Prince of Egypt. Ram Omar, the fly gear. Watch when you see the other bomber he sent me. I'll wear it tomorrow on the 5150 show. Listen, it's all golden up in here. The hat is from Nubia, NUWBIA.com. NUWBIA.com. Nubia. Please go support these brands. They're super fly. Also, if you haven't seen my app in a while, the app is doing so much. I can't tell you. The app is Wanda Trotter,
yes,
the creator of mindblowingmobile.com. Get there right now. People are asking about it. Mindblowingmobile.com. She did my app. It's a cold game. Also, people have been asking me. I had another hoodie on that was fly as hell. I did a lot of periscoping and IG live and Facebook live in this hoodie. Everyone's like, where's the hoodie? Where can I get that hoodie? You get that hoodie from PanAfricanDesigns.com. Go there right now. PanAfricanDesigns.com. And then the final thing I'm going to promote today. Man, Frank, do you have this picture of Sasha Calloway? Yeah. She just makes me want to work hard. You know, when a woman just brings it out of you, just fuck. I'll go into the thorns and work hard. I will work by the sweat of my brow just so I can buy a house. I don't want the house. I just want her to sell it to me in person. Sasha Calloway, realtor, Facebook. She's on Instagram as well. Sasha Calloway, realtor. When I tell you this girl is, you remember how tapioca used to taste when you was a kid?
Tapioca.
Jesus, just some old type of beautiful pudding. You know, food make niggas happy.
Yes, it does.
Can you imagine? There are women out there that make men happy that way. Be like, You hear men? We do it all the time. She wanna. Yeah.
The guttural.
Sasha Calloway, realtor. Please go support this sister if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Back her business. Black-owned business, black sister doing her thing, making money, upwardly mobile. Please continue to support her. And that's the end of the community empowerment. We're about to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to get into today's topic. It's going to be crazy, densed, a mug. We'll holler in 2.2. Deuces. Oh, don't turn it down now that I'm vibing with it. Jesus. Whose beat is that? Is that you, Julian? Yeah, man, turn that shit up right now. Julian out here. Julian, one of them quiet, talented motherfuckers. Don't want nobody to know. I like that. That's fire. Let that roll for a second. Yeah.
Freestyle.
Come on. Yeah. He thought I was about to get it in, right? Thought it was about to happen real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ZOWHAT Morning Show. This is the show where we challenge everything. We use this as a platform, as a voice to speak about issues that affect us all, regardless of race, regardless of creed, class, color, whatever. This is the show where we call different branches of industry to the floor. Today's topic is no exception to the rule. Weed Alley. A deeper look at big pharmacies' biggest threat, listen to this, to their illness maintenance monopoly. Illness maintenance?
Not curing.
They not curing nothing, homeboys and girls. So, with that said, I want to talk about weed's role. Why is it that weed is still federally illegal? Legal in some states.
Most states.
Right? I know most, but legal in some. The first state to make it legal was California. But why? Does weed heal cancer? Does Fruit Loops give you cancer?
Yes.
No, I'm just saying. Now listen, when I was a kid, the cereal tastes different than it do now.
Yep.
I can't even go back down memory goddamn lane and get some corn pops, some Fruit Loops, some Apple Jacks, some Sugar Smacks. I can't get none of that now.
High fructose corn syrup.
Because it tastes different. You got the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. So food and drugs are the same thing, and y'all administer what is considered food or drugs. So the FDA said it's all right for us to take fluoride in our toothpaste, which is a neurotoxin. Are you motherfuckers trying to kill us? I had to do this topic, Weed Alley, a deeper look at Big Pharmacy's biggest threat. I have questions. What are the best cannabis strains for cancer-related symptoms? Ugh. What are the best cannabis strains for pain? There are a lot of people out there who take this stuff, and apparently they would test it. They would have a testimony. They would be like, "Yo, this shit here." I mean, my homeboy Poet, you know Poet. He's a caregiver now for his mother and father. They've been married 50, 60 years. Right. And they're both in their 90s. And Poet is clear. He was like, man, I done gave my dad some of the cannabinoids and his pain is alleviated. If I give him the medication, it might alleviate his pain, but it might knock his ass out, or the side effects, it might fuck with his heart. He got a pacemaker. So it's a lot of shit going on, and there's a reason why they don't want this shit legal. There's a reason they working to make this shit not legal, and I need to understand why. True or false? Several holistic doctors, including Dr. Sebi, have been found dead in apparent suicides. Now, Dr. Sebi wasn't a suicide, but died under some strange...
questionable.
Yeah. The medical community is now speechless due to the timing of their deaths because of the fact that they were all researching and working on a breakthrough cure for cancer. Is cancer a business? Are they trying to get us all sick because there's so much money in death? Is death a business?
Billions.
Oh my God. Jeez. True or false? Many believe large drug manufacturers bribe politicians, doctors, and institutions to approve and sell drugs regardless of the negative health benefits to the populace. Now, last week we talked about dumb, right? Population. What does population mean in the Latin? You have one of those Latin dictionaries. I be trying to steal it every time I go to his house. It's old as fuck. Populoso, right? What the fuck does that mean?
The common crowd.
Dumbasses.
The common.
So we didn't even really touch on last week. Anything that's popular has to be dumb.
There you go. Because of the name.
That's how it resonates to so many different people. It can't be complex. This is why corporate America says KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. You start complicating shit, you lose the mob. You need the mob to back it.
That's right.
Eesh.
And that's how they got marijuana illegal in the first place. So there was a movie back in the day called Reefer Madness.
Reefer Madness.
And in Reefer Madness, it basically just made it, the people who would smoke weed, they went into all these different, crazy parties and, women getting raped and all this type of stuff within the movie. So then William Randolph Hearst, who basically owned, he owned newspaper back then, they wanted to get weed illegal because hemp was used for most of the stuff back in the day. So you had hemp and actual paper or trees
that was money.
Basically battling back in the day, because hemp is more viable to use because you can take a whole crop and regrow within like 3 months. So William Randolph Hearst wanted to get rid of the hemp industry. So he started to put all these different stories in his newspaper how Mexicans were coming over here smoking marijuana. And so everybody knew the name as they knew, cannabis, and they knew all the different names. But when he said the Mexican name or the Spanish name, marijuana, it kind of gave it a different name, and so people didn't understand what it was. So they were saying, "Oh, these Mexicans are coming over here."
So more racism.
Yeah, and they're raping women high on marijuana.
They're high on marijuana. They're Mexican weed. They're smoking literal weeds. They're not even flowers. What the fuck?
And that's how. And so they got the Senator Anslinger behind them, and he just put out this massive push against it, and backed by William Randolph Hearst, and they got it illegal. Just basically because of that, because it was backed by the newspaper industry and all the big money back in the day who were making money off of trees.
Shit, this might sound bad, but fuck, are fear-mongering, ignorant white people the most dangerous motherfuckers on planet Earth? Because if they don't understand some shit, they will muster the Rohirrim. Do you understand?
It is, but it's the elite that was doing it. So
God damn.
Hemp crop was the biggest crop in America.
But it's the elite behind it. They're the hidden hand.
Right.
But who do they agitate to get shit done?
The dumbasses.
The dumbasses. Them fucking Mexicans with their strange weeds. We've got to kill them all. They're raping our women, and there's a funny smelling smoke around them. Let's get them. Get a rope. It'd be them niggas, right?
That's exactly what it was.
Fuck.
But the marijuana industry today, though, is the opportunity for, it's the unseen opportunity. It's literally the .com thing that's going on, right? It's actually bigger than that. So for melanated people who, you've been looking for opportunities. So you have Trump creating all this chaos within the world, not even America, within the world.
Yeah, he's fucking the world up.
In that chaos, there's an eye of the storm. There's a space. There's an opportunity for you to rise. And one of the ways is going to be they call it the green, the green movement or the green rush.
The sustainability movement,
exactly, all of that.
The solar movement. Right. The fucking weed movement, and all of that.
So weed is going to. So the sustainability movement is the long run movement. But what's going to make you money right off the top is going to be the bud industry, especially if you guys try to get something going in California. So like California is, or 51% of the people who smoke weed in America live in California.
These high ass motherfuckers.
So that just lets you know the industry right there.
Chill the fuck out, man. You're like way too wound up, Just take a toke, dude.
But hey, 51%, yo. Huh?
Speaking of Mike.
How can that be true when Colorado's legal for smoking weed?
Well, Colorado just catching up, though.
What you're talking about?
Humboldt County.
So the weed industry is about $6 billion a year in America. Right?
Some people are saying it's even more.
No, but $6 billion is what 2015 was $6 billion. What you're talking about is as far as the legal industry, medical marijuana. California is $3 billion, over $3 billion of that, of the $6 billion that America makes.
We just out here high. It's cool.
So now think about this.
Fuck up our reputation.
In 2018, California just legalized recreational marijuana. So they projected.
Wait. We gotta make sure we delineate the difference between medical marijuana use and then recreational marijuana use.
So medical marijuana, California in 1996, I think they legalized medical marijuana, and that was basically for people who have different disabilities. A lot of it was used for seizures. People had seizures and things of that nature. It helps to bring you down. So people who were having like 100 seizures a day, they would bring them down to about within 10.
Or maybe even
less.
one.
Yeah, even 1 to 3.
Once a week
less.
or some shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So the active ingredient is the CBD, what they call the CBD marijuana.
What does CBD stand for?
Cannabidiol.
Cannabidiol.
Yeah, it's the part of the weed that don't make you high. So, but it has the medical part.
Okay, and the part that makes you high is called THC.
THC. And so that's so these
You
are
just
two.
can't
They
just
separate.
be talking. You got to explain shit to people who don't know what the fuck is going on.
I was gonna break that down.
And shit, you take it too long.
Hold on, Pam.
God damn it. But if you're gonna talk, shit, be effective.
But no, so that's what they do. They basically just take the THC out of the weed and they sell the CBD weed, and that's the mark of the medical marijuana. But the recreational, they're just going to basically sell everything. So you can buy medical or recreational, and in California. And when they do that, that's going to bring all of the people who smoke weed out of the woodwork. And so the numbers that they've given people are a low number. Like when they say 51%. It's way more than that because they're not counting all the people in the hood and everybody who smoke weed that aren't taking these surveys. So when the weed goes legal in California, all of these people are going to be able to buy weed legally are going to smash on all these dispensaries. I mean, they projected it to go up to about $7 to $10 billion industry just in California. So by 2020, the weed industry is on what, 5.7, $6 billion. It's going to go to over $20 billion by 2020.
Now, understand what that means. You have the tobacco industry. That's what, 25, 30 billion a year on the smoking cigarette side of the game. It is regulated by the federal government. You have to ask yourself a question now. Do we want to have the polar opposite effect of the tobacco industry? The tobacco industry killing motherfuckers. Now let's not make no mistakes. Yes, it's regulated by the government, by the FDA. Do we want a polar opposite industry that actually heals?
Hell no, they didn't want that shit.
That's making the same kind of money? Now, I've heard some people say that the potentiality of big weed, the big weed industry could reach as far as 38 billion. 50 billion. If you get some listen, if the weed industry makes 50 billion a year, just understand what this means. That's bigger than the corn and wheat industries.
So think about this. They've been growing the weed industry, especially since the legalization. It grew last year at 30%. So that's in a year, 30%. This is what they're growing. 25, 30% every year is supposed to be growing. That's more than cable and internet grew.
Shit.
Internet grew at 29%. Cable grew at 19% every year. So this is more. So you're talking about an industry that's going to be growing more than cable and internet.
Wow.
And so this is, I mean, anybody can get into this industry right now. This is why it's so important for you to jump in right now before all the dust settles. When they do whatever they're going to do with Trump. And you can come out of this shit and you can be newly positioned,
what's interesting? Everybody that I know that's in it struggles to stay in it because there's so much bullshit associated around it. First off, motherfuckers can't get bank loans because it's still federally Schedule 1. It's still illegal. So banks don't want to do business because when you're in the weed business, you got to take cash.
Right.
So that becomes a liability for the dispensary owners.
Right.
Now you got to hire armed motherfuckers, because the cash is coming through.
That's even still part of the industry. Like all of that is part of the industry that's going to be growing. That's this, and that's the side businesses that they're going to be doing. But because it's legal in almost 30 states, you have senators who are about to talk to. They have this banking. They have the banking committees, and so they're about to talk to the banking committees about easing up regulations on the banks so they can start letting dispensaries have bank accounts. I mean, it's about to be legal. I mean, it's going down. So they can't stop it now.
My question is, why isn't it legal? Do they think weed will make motherfuckers lazy?
No, they don't give a shit about that.
Well, but you got to understand, it's two different branches of weed. Marijuana has cannabis, hemp, whatever, has two dominant chemicals: THC and CBD.
Yes.
THC make motherfuckers high. Now, please understand, back in the 70s, the THC count was about 1 to 6%. It was a cool little high back then.
That's right.
That shit today,
17%.
it's either from 8 to 17, 18%. And in some cases, as high as 27%. In other words, it's an otherworldly high that fucks niggas up.
Yes.
Listen, Poet again. My homeboy Poet. He gave his dad, they was smoking on some weed. His dad used to smoke weed. Dad is 90. So the weed dad is used to from back in the day when he was really smoking on some weed is different than the weed Poet smoked on. Poet gave his dad some weed. He said his dad took
another dimension.
One hit. Said, nah, little nigga, I don't ever want to fuck with none of this shit again. And stop smoking weed. From that point, he said, that shit different. That shit's some different shit than what.
It's different.
So understand, the first dispensaries were all about intensifying the THC count. Until later on, people started to understand it's the CBD that has the healing property, and the CBD is not going to get you high.
Well, the dispensaries also, they focused more on the strains. Strains,
speak on it, PM.
Different strains, like the indica strain makes your body sleepy. It's the relaxation type of high, the muscle relaxant. And sativa gives you a type of heady high. So your body's not tired. You're high, but you're more awake, more of a little energetic type of high. Mm-hmm. So these, so the different strains, they started just focus on making different strains for people who don't want to be. Because a lot of people smoke weed, but they don't want to, get the sleepy shit. Because if you smoke weed, it just make you literally not want to do shit. So when the dispensaries came about, they were like, oh, okay, well we combine this with this, then it'll give you,
it'll wake you up. Right, it'll keep you mentally alert. I'm like, weed keeping you mentally alert? Somebody is a master motherfucking scientist. These niggas is botanists.
It's crossbreeding. That's exactly what it is. It's all just crossbreeding. Man.
Wow.
But as far as the medical industry or why they don't want weed legal, it's you can do so much stuff with weed. Just the byproducts. You can make clothes. The oil from weed, the hemp oil, can be used for cars. It can be used as petroleum. So the petroleum industry really. So like everything that petroleum is used for, you can use hemp oil for every single thing. And even
wait, hold on. You mean I can get an oil change with some hemp oil?
You run your car with
and
hemp oil.
My shit is running
you
like.
Remember my car? My car ran on vegetable oil, so you already know.
Oh yeah, this nigga.
I had a car that ran on vegetable oil.
Ran on compost.
Smell like French fries rolling down the street. I used to get
this dude is wild. Kevin done did it all. So I think that's an interesting angle to take. My real question now is there a conspiracy to suppress cancer cures? And then once you ask that question, you now have to say, what is the motive to suppress cancer cures, to keep people ill? Like I said, you've seen those goddamn commercials. Take Zellatrel. This shit will help your fingernails grow. However, some motherfuckers may die. What? We may die. Yes, discoloration of your ass could. A totally different ethnic ass after you take this shit. Your feet may grow. Some niggas' toes have fallen off. Like, the list of side effects are so fucking long. And then look how it's just America, man. Look how America gets down. Every time death is involved, there's an opportunity to make money. So, Big Pharma, they're not going to really get in trouble. They might have to pay a few million in a class action suit. And that creates an economy for the motherfuckers who are trying to sue people.
Right.
Like, let's see what product, what, medicine fuck somebody up. Then you'll hear the law commercial. Hi, this is, Charlie Benson.
Reading the Fast Five print.
Right. From Benson and Associates. Have you put talcum powder on your yoni? Right?
On your yoni?
Right. Or, you understand? All the products are associated to some level of fuckery.
Yes.
And all of these products, am I lying? All of these products have been approved. Who approved them?
Well, pharmaceutical, the definition of pharmaceutical or the etymology is poisoner.
Wow.
So, that's where that's the energy they're coming from. And, the pharmaceutical industry, the numbers are so hidden. So like for every illegal drug death that there is a year, there's 41 pharmaceutical deaths. So this is the stuff you don't hear. There's 41 pharmaceutical or people taking prescription drugs that have died for every single person who's died just for an illegal.
What about the Hippocratic Oath?
The Hippocratic Oath?
Because a lot of people, let's just dig into that. What the fuck is the etymology of hypocrite? And is it associated to the Hippocratic Oath? I know Hippocrates, right? We go back to him. But what the fuck does your name mean? And why can it just so blatantly be used? Kevin, I need you to break down the words here.
I have not looked that word up.
Well, let's do it right now. You have your little... Kevin got a lot of shit. You got a lot of little technological... Can you spell it? You good? You want me to spell it for you? Okay.
Do I need you to spell it? Sure.
I love fucking with Kevin. I'm just saying, because we take what happens to us in America, especially African Americans and people that are brown skins, we take a lot of the dominant society's advice. We're like, well, they said it was good for you. And we don't make no fuss about it. We don't make no stink over it. But the reality of it is we need to come to a space where we start challenging whoever says is good for us.
So a hypocrite is an actor. It means actor.
And this is from the etymology.
It's the etymology.
This is not the definition.
It means the history, the root meaning of it is actor.
Nigga, do you know how deep that is?
Yes, that's it.
Actor.
A hypocrite is an actor.
Wow. So, give us the history of the Hippocratic Oath then. Because, what? See, that's why I don't fuck with dictionaries. No, listen. My homeboy, I always promote his book. We got to do it again. We got to promote this book, and I want everybody who's in reach of my voice, who can hear me. I love this track right here. Look up on Amazon.com. I'm doing it right now. Furpo Carr.
Furpo.
Listen, Furpo Carr is one of my best friends. Why? Because he's smart than a motherfucker. And I love being around intelligent people. Go right now to Amazon.com and get the book, Wicked Words, Poisonous Minds. Wait a minute. The Kindle edition. Oh, okay. Right now. Buying the Kindle edition right now. And I just did. Sorry. Listen, this book is so fire. Wicked Words, Poisoned Minds. Racism in the Dictionary. Furpo Carr. Firpocarr. Tell him Zoe Williams sent you. Furpo Carr. Wicked Words, Poisoned Minds. Frank, I want you to pull that up so we can see it perfectly. In this book, he broke down the racist intent behind why words are defined the way that they are. White supremacy in the definition of words. Now listen, I always use this analogy. Sometimes I use Green Lantern. Sometimes I use the Three Little Pigs. But they're always in context of the quality of thoughts that you have that create your reality. Green Lantern. What was the source of the power of his ring? Will. The green light was will. What was his mortal enemy?
Fear.
Sinestro, from the Latin word sinister, which means left-handed. This all comes from the Catholics because they all said if you're left-handed, you owe a day's work to the devil. And they created cartoon characters after this shit and dropped the science, and you just ignore. You don't even know, but this shit is real.
Yeah.
So fear is the enemy of will. Oof.
Power of a master. Definition of fear.
So Green Lantern's power is I can use the power of will to create whatever mental construct I can imagine. And these constructs are only as powerful as my mental capabilities. So I get trained how to make my mind stronger so the constructs that come out of my ring are stronger. Nigga, this is a cartoon.
Yeah, they're killing it.
I just need you to understand
They're
that.
killing it.
So you can't say they didn't tell you some shit. Oh, that's a fucking cartoon. What are you talking about? Okay, cool. All right. So if you put that together with, we gonna keep these motherfuckers enslaved mentally by redefining what words mean. Webster, I'm gonna put racism in the definition of words, in the creation of words. Fuck it.
Yep.
Furpo breaks down denigrate. To denigrate someone. The root word of denigrate is the Spanish word negro. Denigrate means to darken. So I'm going to disrespect you. I'm going to denigrate you. I'm going to blacken your ass. Racism. See, he broke it down. I'm going to denigrate you. He denigrated my character. He blackened me. That's racism.
And that's another reason they keep it illegal. I mean, it's an undercurrent industry for the hood. And so it's a way for them, first of all, brothers who smoke weed, it helps them, it keeps them in a just dead state, relaxed. Most of them. Some people, you have some functional smokers, but most brothers, when they smoke weed, they just don't want to do shit. But then on the other end, it's an industry that they can constantly arrest them for and put them in jail for, and just keep that and keep the jail industry moving on.
Wow.
So it's in and out. So a lot of the people, a lot of people in county jail are in there for like weed crimes.
And again, the crime sets the class. Uh-oh. Let's lock the class in.
That's it.
We need a permanent criminal class.
Not cocaine, crack cocaine and weed is.
Oh yeah.
That's the shit that's smashing all the brothers. But the powder cocaine, much less penalties for powder cocaine, which is mostly used by Caucasian people.
It's just a class thing, man.
So, the weed industry is was just a massive industry to keep people down. However, when they found out you can make more money, we can make more money.
And that's what this shit comes to.
Yep.
That's why it's even on the fucking table.
Yep.
It's on the table because now the question becomes, which is going to be my cash cow? Is cancer and all of the businesses that are associated with the hydra-like tentacles of cancer, is cancer going to be my cash cow, or is marijuana? Because now you're starting to see more white collar white folk. When they get involved in shit, they be like, where the paper at? Well, there's paper here? Oh, well, let's get involved.
There's a show on MSNBC called Pot Barons of Colorado, and they showed this lawyer. He was a partner in his law firm. He quit his law firm, took out all the money, and opened up, because this is right when Colorado was legalizing the weed. He opened up a gentleman's club. Not like with women or anything like that, but just like a smoker club for the high end people, for lawyers and doctors and people like that. Mm-hmm. Like you seen Trading Places, so something like that.
Yeah.
You come in where you just sit back, you kick back and smoke. I mean, this dude, it was so high end, and this brother, he's not no weed smoker. He just saw the opportunity that was coming up.
It's coming. It's coming.
I'm telling you, man, melanated people, if you ever learn anything, if you were ever going to do anything, it's to jump in this damn green rush, especially in California. Find a way. I'm about to do it. So y'all need to find a way to jump in this industry, and this is going to be the way you get out of poverty. Quickly.
This and
not a long time, quickly.
And I think that's part of the problem too. Because one thing they hate, play that one more time, man. I love that track. And I think the problem is, as technology continues to advance, there's an opportunity, more opportunities. And I'm not saying Antonio might go off. I'm not saying, but I'm saying there's more opportunities. There's more creative ways to get paid.
Man.
Like, for instance, back in the day, who would have thought that YouTube, you could just upload some videos of you talking shit, and then YouTube will give you the option to commoditize that talk, right. Especially if you have an audience, and next thing you know, you got 2-3 million views and you got a few $1,000s that just accrued by itself.
Man.
What? Who would have thought? Listen, I know a dude. Go to this go to this YouTube page. I met this dude at one of Dr. G's secret white people meetings. No, you remember Dr. G invited us out to Metal?
Yep.
Listen, I went to Metal like a secret agent for black people. I mean, it was brothers there. It was brothers at Metal. But when I went there and saw the infrastructure, all the women weren't even allowed into the meetings. The women were outside taking the money and feeding breakfast, serving breakfast. It wasn't it was kind of sexist, but hey, it was cool. I guess the women were getting paid, so they didn't mind. But we go inside. There's motherfucking white boys from all industries: tech, entertainment, legal, marketing, and there's black dudes there too. And all the brothers that were there were like me. They were like, let me see which one of these rich motherfuckers is going to back what I'm trying to do. I noticed that was their reason for being there. And I was there on some old, let me see what the fuck bullshit Dr. G got me in. So I go there, I see Sean Collison, right? The mediator dude, the world's #1 mediator. He's there. He's like, Zoe. I'm like, yeah. And this is how they set it up, because they don't want just anybody in there. The shit costs $50 a week.
A week?
Because every time it's every Saturday. Okay. You got to pay $50 to get in, and it costs $150 a month to be a member. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Keep the riff-raff.
So they making sure riff-raffery. I'll make a word. Riff-raffery will not be involved. There will be no riff-raffery.
That's right. Y'all stay outside.
Man, I met this dude. Go to his YouTube page. It's called Veritasium. And if you know anything about the word veritas, it means truth. Yeah. Verily, verily, I say unto you. In your Aramaic and Galilean script, that would be el-haq, el-haq. The truth is the truth. Verily, verily, I say unto you.
Yes, sir.
The truth is the truth. In your scripture, Jesus would mention it oftentimes. Verily, verily, I say unto thee. Right? Truth is truth. You go to this man's YouTube page. Tell me I'm bullshitting. I'll pull it up right now. Frank, pull this shit up so people can see. Veritasium. Right? I'm pulling it up right now. If I could spell this shit right. There it is, Veritasium. Let me tell you something about this young brother. 218 videos. It's not a black man, it's a white man. Veritasium, it says the element of truth, right? Let me show you. 4 million subscribers. 327 million views. This dude is making so much money from his YouTube page that when the Discovery Channel came to him about his science page and said, we'd like to give you a TV show. We want you to do a TV show for the Discovery Channel, and they told him how much they was going to pay him. He said, "That's not more than what I'm making from YouTube." Never mind. He turned the Discovery Channel down. So I went, after he had his talk, I was like, I got a YouTube page. Let me holler at this dude. And he was like, yeah, man, I share all this information with you. Yeah, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that, and this is how I get people to come. And when you look at, this is why my GoFundMe page is so important, because I want to get on his level. When you look at the production
of his videos,
man, he got one video where the dude went to Chernobyl. And he got on the mask, and he got the most dangerous places in the world, and it's all science. Discovery came to him. He said, "Nah, I'm making more money on YouTube. I'm good. I don't want to be locked in to whatever you guys got going on. I'm doing this." These are opportunities that didn't exist back in the day. So there are ways to make money, and the hemp industry is one of those industries.
But I can't. I don't want to really understate it. This shit is about to be a nuclear bomb. When California legalized weed, you got to understand what you're talking about. California, there's something called the Green Triangle.
Yes. Speak on the Green Triangle. Humboldt County.
Yeah, Humboldt County, up Portland, all those little areas, Northern California. So the Green Triangle, this is where most of the weed in the world comes from.
You talking about that sticky icky icky?
The sticky icky icky. So you got the Green Triangle over here. California being the state that smokes 51% of all the weed in America. So the business opportunity for California, this is why it went crazy. So the industry was going really nuts because they're all scrambling, trying to figure out a way how to make money off the California industry. So this is why it was really pushing back, holding back, because you got California, the 5th largest economy in the world, so making $2.5 trillion. So legalizing the marijuana industry is just going to kick that up crazily.
Right.
And for brothers,
and they kind of have to.
Yeah.
Because in that area, that triangle area, Humboldt County, that little Portland, that
Portland,
little Oregon area, and then, what's happened is that used to be logging. And that industry is starting to wane.
That's right.
And now they need another industry
to support that, to replace that.
Now, even back in the 60s, while logging was still big, you had a lot of people in the Humboldt County area that had weed plants. And they had it amongst their trees. And you couldn't really see them motherfuckers. Right? But now it's becoming a viable industry option for the waning, logging industry.
The grow houses, so you got different types. You got farmers and you got grow houses. These are the two industries that support the weed industry. So regular farmers, they've been making money, but right now their industry, they're projected to make I'm not saying you do this, but if you want to do that, they're going to be making like 10 grand every few weeks, like 10 to 50 grand every few weeks.
Man. Come on, man.
So you're talking about the turnover is just nuts, and all they do is just grow, harvest it, and sell and give it off. So 50 grand just for a few weeks of work, is nuts. So that's just that. Then you got grow houses, which one of my clients, she's been my client for 10 years. She's invested in a grow house. So these are state of the art where they do hydroponics. Everything is super clean. The one she's invested in is like $4 million. So you got industry like this getting into it. When you got people investing millions upon millions, and these are all just Caucasian people, which is why I'm urging brothers, you guys need to get together, create your organizations, because Trump, he just came out with this new budget that he just cut everything from the hood.
Meals on wheels.
Everything. Planned Parenthood.
Your grandmama gonna be looking stupid as hell. Grandmama gonna be sitting there like, baby, where the macaroni and cheese, baby? They used to have a biscuit with it.
But you ain't getting that shit no more from Trump. So he's cutting everything. So that means he's widening the gap. So he's basically funneling money more towards the elite. So he's widening the gap of the poor and the elite. So,
but why wouldn't he?
Right. That's who he is. He's a rich motherfucker. And people thought he was gonna get in there and just help the poor people. That was just some dumb shit. So, but again, in the chaos though, all he's doing is creating chaos in the world right now. You have an option, an opportunity to jump in there and create this and create this type of business. The green rush is gonna make you like there on the pot barons. This one lady, she started a weed business, and after 4 months, she made enough money to buy a bank for $1.1 million. And she did that because she understood that it's federally illegal. So what she did is bought the bank, took out part of the bank, made it her second dispensary, and then rented out the space, the banking part to the other people in the industry.
Right here on Facebook, really quickly. Good friend of mine from Dina, Pasadena guy, Paco Schwartz. He just lost a baby. And he said, my son died due to infantile spasms, which in most cases, morphs into autism. He said the CBD oil he could have gotten, had we known of his condition, could have prevented everything as a cure for him.
Wow. Damn.
He said, so the CBD oil maybe could have prevented autism from developing.
Right.
And listen, when I tell you, this is a good brother, music producer, rapper, good brother. When I tell you, this brother has struggled. He got other kids, but he has struggled since the loss of his child, since the youngest. It hit him hard.
I'm sure, man.
And a lot of times it's difficult because it becomes an ethics issue, which boggles the mind. How can some doctors be bribed by big corporations, right, to look the other way for certain medications that are okayed by the FDA and all these other entities? You get bribed for that, but then all of a sudden you got an ethics issue when it comes to CBD. Oh. I don't know how this will work with my internal constitution regarding morality. I am a Christian doctor. Nigga, did you just take? You just took money.
But see, even on that though, when it got legalized in California, you got the Doctors Association, the California Medical Association. They got behind it, the legalization, because they understand what's about to come down. What's about to come down the pike. So
but that's California.
Right, that's California. But
first off, the rest of the country, California, New York, then in the middle, then down south. When you get near that Bible Belt, you get country dumb with Jesus. And weed is a drug. It's evil. And hell is waiting on you.
It's legal in close to 30 states, 28, 29 states. So whatever states are falling out, they gonna fall right back. They gonna fall. It's legal in Washington D.C. I mean, you can roll in Washington D.C. and smoke a joint right down the street. So, I mean,
it's legal in the Capitol.
Yeah, dude. There was a TV show where it was these federal agents. They were riding in a car coming from a tense little stop. And so the dude in the back seat, he broke out a joint and started smoking. He was an FBI agent. He was like, oh, excuse me, I'm a little tense right now. And then the FBI agent in the front, she was like, oh, let me hit that. She's like, oh yeah, let me hit that. She smoked and she sit back. She's like, oh, she's like legalization in DC. I'm saying, so dude,
so it's going down.
It's going down. I mean, I'm telling you, if you have any type of entrepreneurial gene in your body, you guys need to get together, figure it out. And I mean, if you're not in California, find somebody in California that you can hook up with. If you wanna hook up with me, hit me up at realnagas@gmail. But you guys gotta jump into an industry like this because it's gonna be the one that's able to bring you out of the poverty level.
Wow. We're about to take a quick break. But when we come back, we're gonna talk about killer food and killer medicine. They want your quality. They want you to fuck up out of here.
Fructose.
They're regulating. They got to kill people. Let's get them in and out.
Agenda 21.
You're going to get let's see. We're going to get you about 47 and a half, 49 and a half trips around the sun. Then you got to go. We're going to poison you for all 49, 50 years, and then you're going to have about 6 years of illness, and then you're dead. And then we're on to the next movement, okay? Because most of you niggas ain't going to do shit with your life anyway. So just, you seem like a nice person. We're going to give you 56 Christmases. And then you're out, okay? Wait, based on your education, based on where you live, based on your class, based on your race, you're going to get about 56 Christmases, and then you got to go. That's about fair. That's generous.
That's generous.
Let's make sure all of the stores around where this nigga lives is food for less. We want brown blood in the meat.
Liquor stores.
We want liquor stores. We want Planned Parenthood. Let's get some of these things arranged around his life. 56 Christmases, okay? It's about fair. All right, we're going to take a quick break. ZOWHAT Morning Show. It's on fire today. We'll holla back in 2.2. Mega Mix. DJ Julian Ramirez. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the high-ass Mega Mix from DJ Julian Ramirez. He's not a game. Listen, people on Facebook, it's like, how can I hear the mix? How can I hear the callers? How can I hear? All you got to do is go to dashradio.com. Dashradio.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. Once you get to the bottom of the page, you'll see Hot Button Radio. Click it. We're live. We're live, my peoples. We're live. I got to do a quick shout out real quick. Somebody just donated $200 to the GoFundMe campaign. Let me just say thank you so much. I appreciate it. Jamal Porter, 1 hour ago, he said, keep teaching us. Much respect, man. I try to do my best. I'm flawed. So don't take everything that comes out of my mouth as the gospel. Because it damn sure ain't. Don't fact check me. It'll be a lot of shit wrong. But Jamal Porter, thank you for the $200 donation. And the $200 donation is no different than the $10 donation that came in at the same time. Kevin Clark, 1 hour ago. Kevin, Jamal, deeply appreciate you guys for, showing us that whatever we're doing here is working, that it's affecting your life in a positive way. Listen, if you've just tuned in to the ZOWHAT Morning Show, today's topic is a heavy one. We're talking about Big Pharma, the big pharmaceutical industry that's killing motherfuckers. They trying to act like they're not killing motherfuckers, but let's just shit. Zeltrexator. We'll give you a rock hard dick.
Zeltrexator.
But you may lose your toes. If you don't really give a fuck about your toes, but you like fucking, Zeltrexator. That's for you. It will give you the mighty Mjolnir penis.
Mjolnir penis.
But your fingers will fall off. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Pharma versus Big Weed. Great conversation, man. We're going to transition into killer food, sickness. Are they trying to keep us sick? I don't know. Is the food industry tied to the drug industry? And is all of that? I mean, I've never seen motherfuckers getting cancer as much as they are nowadays. Remember back in the day, cancer was like, oh shit, the big C? Now everybody got it. Shit's crazy. More, I don't know.
Well, that's more of the sugar that they put in food.
Oh
nowadays.
shit. We don't even want to talk about sugar as the food cocaine.
So high fructose corn syrup.
Speaking to Mike.
High fructose corn syrup, which is man-made, and your body doesn't really recognize, and it's 200 times sweeter than sugar.
God damn.
So that's what they're putting in food nowadays, and that makes your body so acidic. When your body gets highly acidic, then it breeds cancer. So cancer can breed in an acidic environment, where in an oxygenated or an alkaline environment, it kills it.
I need a high fructose woman.
Do you?
Yeah. Kill me, bitch. I'm sorry.
200 times sweeter than the regular?
I'm somewhere else. Forgive me. I was just thinking about sweetness and women, and I would like one. Okay, cool. Yeah. We're back. I got a caller on the line. Caller! You've made it into the ZOWHAT Morning Show. Is this my homeboy Paco from Dina Love? Speak on it. Hello? Paco. Hello? Hello? Hello.
Is Paco smoking weed?
No. He might be. No, Paco's the homie, man. He went through some very tough shit. So let me see. Let me see if I got him on. Somebody just donated $5. Andrew Roberts. Appreciate the donation, man. Thank you so much. Let me see if we can get him back, man. I'm going to reach back out to him and see if I can grab him. See if he's on here. I'm going to tell him right now. Call in Paco. Now, Paco's been through the world, man. He's been through some stuff, man. And you know, when we talk about black fathers and, you know, man, there's a lot of good fathers out there. Let me tell you something about fatherhood, especially African Americans. When people talk about fatherlessness, or I got a family, but then I got a side situation, and I don't really like the term side situation, but it was unplanned. It probably happened in an unintegrous way. You know, I was cheating on this woman, and then I got this other situation. And let me just say, for the fathers who are in that situation, who stand up for the kids, all of the kids, and treat all your kids equally, I ain't got nothing but love and respect for you. You know, and sometimes it works. In terms of, sometimes the sister is like, well, fuck it. We got a kid. Let's do right by the kid. I don't want nothing from you. I just want you to be a dad, and I want you to ride. And a lot of times when dads are still appreciated in that situation, they ride. They ride. But I'm going to say this. Humanity ain't always neat. And sometimes those situations don't work out. And sometimes you can't ride. Like, there's an ill-ass dichotomy. You can be an amazing father in this situation and a not-so-good father in this one. Now, I always go back to that old axiom: control what you can control. What is yours to control. If this situation ain't good because of you, own it, and then try to make you better so you can be better in this situation. But if you've done everything you could do to be better, and if you've owned all you can own for whatever bullshit you've brought to this situation, that's all you can do.
That's it.
And then continue to be good over here. A lot of times, listen, the ZOWHAT, the voice of reason will be on later on today. We're gonna start some shit over there too. That's what we do. But let's transition. Kevin, are the foods we eat contributing to what illnesses we're starting to have? You start seeing kids 5 and 6 years old with grown people diseases like diabetes. What is a little fat roly-poly kid doing with diabetes? Why is this little Stay Puft Marshmallow? And it's happening. Obesity is happening to the young children.
Because the food is too much sugar. Again, we go back to sugar. There's a documentary called Sugar Coated on Netflix. You guys can watch that. And it just talks about the increase in sugar in the food over the last 20, 30 years. And when you get out, excuse me, you get these kids eating this, these, what you were talking about earlier, cornflake or frosted flakes.
Man, you better stop hating.
And sugar smacks or fructose corn syrup smacks now. And so
stop hating.
Stop hating.
Shit is delicious.
They eat all that sugar and then sit on the couch and not active, and then don't produce any insulin. And they don't, have any insulin production. So then they get these type 2 diabetes. So basically, the cure to type 2 diabetes, just get your ass off the couch and eat better. That's usually the
type 2.
Yeah, type 2 diabetes. Now,
Right.
Type 1 is usually genetic, is what you're born with, and you have to manage that. But cancer, the person who found the cause of cancer, his name is Dr. Otto Warburg.
Oh shit! This sounds like some experimental in the lab done created a Frankenstein gene.
He won a Nobel Prize for finding the cure of cancer. What causes cancer, but he also found the cure for it at the same time. He wrote a book about it. But what only gives publicity is the cause. So he wrote the book. He said that in the book for the cure, he's basically said just eat organic. Eat organic. Make your body alkaline, because cancer only survives in an acidic environment. So,
hey, listen, my sister diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. went through the whole process. Chemotherapy. We already know chemotherapy is an ignorant.
Bullshit.
Listen,
It's bullshit.
let me tell you why it's ignorant. Because it can't differentiate between cancer cells and healthy
Yes,
cells.
kills everything.
It's dumb. Let me just fuck it. Let's kill everything. We'll start anew. But everything's dying. Just a blunt object. Put it in you.
My ex-girlfriend, you remember Stephanie?
Yeah.
Her mother was diagnosed with leukemia and cancer, and 4 days later, after they gave her chemo, she died.
See?
In 4 days. Diagnosed, and 4 days later, after chemotherapy, she died.
You see, and one of the things the doctors told us while I was in there just supporting my sister, they were adamant, no sugar for you. No sugar. And then a lot of people think, oh, well, I ain't gonna have no sugar. I'll just eat some fruit. Some fruit has natural
Yes.
sugar.
Yes. Fruit is still it's fructose.
It's still fructose. Now, high fructose is
Right.
some man-made.
Right. It's
Let me
stuff.
extrapolate the sugar out of this
Yes.
and intensify it. It's Franken sugar.
They use one molecule of sugar when they do this, and then they put all kind of other bullshit and create it like
Wow.
That's what they do with a lot of the sweeteners, like Splenda.
Right.
And so they'll take that and they'll take one molecule and then add all this other bullshit on the Splenda where it's not sugar anymore, and so your body doesn't recognize this shit, and so that's why it creates this. So it puts it in the fat cells. So this is why people get so fat, and all the toxins. Your body stores all the toxins within the fat. So this is another reason why a lot of people are fat, because your body doesn't want to release the fat because it'll release all those toxins in your body.
Wow.
So if you're
So
really
the body just holds on like, fuck it, let's
yeah,
just,
like fuck that.
let's just hold on.
It's a buffer.
This is some shit.
That's-
Let's just. Man, I'm in a trick bag right now. I just got to hold on to this. Fuck it.
But I mean, that's how it is. It's that simple. If you learn body pH, so basically it's pH stands for potential hydrogen. So if you keep your body alkaline,
Yeah.
which is you get a pH scale.
What is that? 7 point something?
Yeah, so the pH scale goes from 0 to 14. 7 is neutral, so you want to stay slightly above 7. And if you go below 7, that's when diseases and stuff start to take over your body. Now, people eat acidic all the time, so you're constantly falling below 7. But what your body does, it steals
From other places, from your
like
bones,
your teeth, your bones,
your marrow.
and that's when you see people start getting these hunchbacks and all that type of stuff, or
Running
you know
around
what I'm saying?
here.
Yeah, they walk up the stairs and they bone break because the body's been stealing the calcium to dilute the acid in your body.
Wow.
So all you got to do is you want to balance that out. Eat alkaline. It destroys all the cancer cells within the body. You have cancer cells going on within your body every day, all day. Everybody
Right.
does. It's just how much do is your body acidic or acidic enough for it to cancer to take hold?
Wow. That's a great point. Love it, love it, love it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a caller on the line. Caller, you're on the ZOWHAT Morning Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, this is Elisa calling from Atlanta.
Hey, Elisa. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You got to change your voice when you're talking to a woman. Hey, baby boo. What's the deal?
Got the quiet
Sugar?
storm zone.
What's happening? You enjoying today's topic or whatnot?
You need to see
I
his
just
face.
wanted to chime in about the food and disease.
Mm-hmm.
I have lupus, and it's like I did a lot of research, and basically, like if I stop eating tomatoes and when I stopped eating sugar, I didn't have any symptoms.
So the
And it was
sugar added to your lupus is what you're saying?
Oh,
It aggravated it or something?
Exactly. Like my hands and feet would be swollen and my joints and everything. But whenever I, fasted or just said I'm not going to eat, and even like you said with the fruit has sugar too. Like the fruit would also make my joints would make my hands swollen and everything. So I had to cut out all of that for a very, very long time. And now I'm at a point where I can eat things, a couple of days a week and I won't have any problems. But I had to fast from that stuff for a very long time.
Let me ask you this. How long would you hang in there with a really ill partner who didn't really take care of themselves? They didn't eat well. They didn't, do the things that would prevent them from being in a really jacked up spot. health-wise, how long would you hang in there? Would you caretake all the way, caregive all the way until they died, or would you be like, I got to go? Especially if there was erectile dysfunction involved. Go deeper.
Well, I mean, are they trying to do anything about it?
Well, you know how people are. Once they're in their ways, they kind of just, they trying in front of you, but then they lying behind your back.
Right.
I don't know, because I'm a pretty optimistic person, and I think that everything can be cured, and we can just do the research and figure this out. So,
well, how would you break it to them?
They're not in that.
Yeah, they didn't just give.
If they kept fucking up, how would you break it to them? Would you be like, I left you a little snack box over here? But I'm just saying, how would you do it? I just want to know.
Left you a little salad in the corner.
I got you a little salad over there. I didn't put no dressing on it because you know what that is, but leaves and that's it. But how would you break up? I want to know.
Or would you?
I guess maybe just saying, look, I've tried to help you for however long it's been, and you are not, you're not open to receiving help or, helping yourself. So,
there you go.
I can't do this.
Wow. Sometimes when people get sick, hey, sweetheart, I really appreciate the call. Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you're calling from? Welcome to the ZOWHAT Morning Show. Speak on it.
This is Big C from Las Vegas. What's happening, Pam?
What's happening, Pam? Speak on it, man.
I'll get right to the chase. About 3.5 years ago, I was 270 pounds. And I went to the doctor, and they said that I had high cholesterol. And you know how that goes.
They tried to give you some Lipitor, didn't they?
Yeah.
They offered Lipitor.
Pills, right?
Yeah.
They gave me pills, right?
Yeah.
And the pills, not only did they make me skinny, but they kind of like hurt my chest area.
Wow.
So when I got off the pills, I was 210 pounds. But now a couple.
Now you got heart issues, right?
Yeah, after I had my son, now I'm back to 240. So how is it that I'm able to lose weight properly without, taking any other substance or any other heart pills that will make your chest pain or your arm hurt or anything like that?
You know what's interesting? Let me just break this down. You know what's interesting?
What?
The medical system is just like the legal system. The legal system will tell you, ignorance is no excuse of the law. You don't know what the fuck you doing out here in these streets? I don't care. I'll still take you to jail for any infraction.
You're still liable.
The medical system is the same way. Oh, you don't know what you're putting in your body. That's fine. I'm still going to take advantage of the state you're going to find yourself in after years of taking that shit. And then I'm going to give you some poison and call it medicine. Understand, every kind of medicine they give you, for the most part, has some side effects to it. Right? Does. And they know I'm going to take what we give you in this society. You know what they give us in this society? Convenience. Right. And because we want to have all the convenience in the world, this cell phone is very convenient because what was I doing before the cell phone? Damn, I was driving in the car, not texting while driving. Wow. Niggas couldn't call me while I was in the car, but they can now because it's convenient. Well, it's convenient for me to put this motherfucker against my ear. Well, it's also convenient for the radiation in that motherfucker to go in your head and give you brain cancer. It's just convenient. So again, we trade convenience for illness, and illness always equals money for them. Now watch how the medical systems or the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry steps in. Here's some pills for that. What pills you know don't have a side effect today? That don't fuck with you in some way. What pill you know exists out there with no side effects? Hell, even aspirin hurts your stomach.
It can make your stomach bleed.
What we doing? Well, these are NSAIDs, you know. If you take too many NSAIDs, it's going to fuck with your liver and it's going to cause you to bleed. You mean Tylenol, my nigga? Yeah. So I'm asking you that.
All I want to do is lose the stomach. That's all I want to do. All I want to do is just lose weight and just have enough energy for me, my kids, and my wife.
Well, we got a personal trainer here. Tell them the basic way to lose weight.
Your food, bro. That's it.
See, a lot of people think it's just exercise.
It's 80% of what you put in your body, and then 20% of what you do to it. If you sat on the couch and you ate about 6 small meals a day, very small meals, every 2.5 to 3 hours, you would lose weight if you didn't do anything. Because your body would know that it's not starving and it would naturally just start to burn calories. So most people, though, they don't know how to eat. They starve themselves. They eat 5 and 6 hours in between sometimes, and then your body thinks that you're starving, so it holds on to all your food. So it's just basically basic education.
And this backs up your intestines.
Right.
Because now you got a log jam in your shitter.
Exactly. And especially from not eating, from fibers. Like I used to be 300 pounds. So just from not knowing what the effects of food on the body.
Wait, you used to be how many?
300 pounds.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
you was
boy.
on the grimace side of the game. This motherfucker wobbling in here. What's happening? Weeble wobble?
Yeah,
Yo, what the fuck, brother? I'm just eating oatmeal, and I had a bagel.
That
shouldn't be that damn hard.
Of course it should. That's all carbohydrates.
That's all carbs.
And so your body's going to hold on to that because it wants protein.
Well, so wait, break down the carbohydrates. What happened with carbohydrates is your body turns it into sugar. And anything that the body isn't burning gets stored as fat.
Stored right in the
So
muscle.
you eating some oatmeal, but you ain't hitting the motherfucking treadmill. Oatmeal, treadmill. They kind of go together. You can't just oatmeal and then sit down, because if you don't use that
treadmill,
I'm just saying, if you don't use the fuel, the body goes, okay, put that shit on the shelf.
Right, it chills.
In the fat stores.
And that's why people are. It's literally education. Like most people, 9 out of 10 people are obese or fat because they don't know how to eat. And some people, then you just get some people that don't give a shit, and they'll just eat anything. But most of the time, it's just how you eat and the effects of food on your body. So get your nutritional game up, man.
Like a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand how food and exercise, or nutrition and exercise, go hand in hand. Like for instance, Kev, if we hit the gym, there's another caller. If we hit the gym, thank you, caller, for your call. We appreciate it. We're going to continue working on this. If you hit the gym and you hit the weights hard than a motherfucker, bam, you get a real good workout. Fuck is we supposed to do right after that workout?
Eat protein. Eat a protein shake, really.
Within 20 minutes.
20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, you're supposed to take some type of protein so that your body doesn't start feeding on itself.
Right. Because it's the protein that rebuilds the muscles, correct? Right. So you could go get a chicken breast on a salad 20 minutes after you eat.
Yes.
And this is what bodybuilders understand as maintaining the gains.
Yes.
Because you'll lose those gains if you don't eat within 20 minutes, correct?
Yes. Well, if you don't eat properly, within 20 minutes to an hour. So if you push it over an hour, then your body will definitely start feeding on itself. But some people, everybody's not the same. So some people within 30 minutes to an hour. But your body wants nutritional food. So when you're eating mostly carbohydrates, like Zoe was saying, carbohydrates is your energy source. So if you're taking all this energy in and you're not using it, like Zoe said, your body's just putting it in the tank.
I'm from the old school. You remember when a slice of bread and some butter was the shit? And I mean like real butter, my nigga. Some wheat bread and a pat of butter on that motherfucker.
Slide that brother up on there.
And nigga be like, this shit is delicious. But as you get older, understand the difference between how you used to eat when you were a kid. As a kid, your metabolism was
smashing out.
You was done. But you notice as you get older, the way you ate as a kid is no longer compatible with your metabolism. Speak on that, Kevin.
Well, as you get older, the metabolism, it does slow down, but that's mostly because of it's different. It's varying things. You can keep your metabolism high by maintaining your muscle composition. So muscle burns calories.
Whoa.
That's literally the science. So if you're working out and you have an ample amount of muscle in your body, you'll maintain your metabolism. So also for the food, like so sugar, it causes inflammation in your body. So even eating a lot of bread, a lot of things that are carbohydrates, if you're not working this stuff out, it stores it in the body, but it turns to sugar, which then inflames your body. So cannabis, went back on that. Cannabis is a de-inflammatory. So this when you eat it, though, when
explain to people, because the medical anti-inflammatory is typically an NSAID.
Yes.
Or some type of aspirin, some type of ibuprofen.
Yeah.
And this shit, let's talk about our guy Lonzo Mourning. And this is why Shaquille O'Neal was like, man, I don't want what happened to Alonzo to happen to me. I don't want to be on those anti-inflammatories because they attack your kidneys.
Yes.
Speak on that, man.
I mean, the pharmaceutical industry, it mimics everything that it does, or all of the drugs mimics natural herbs. So,
wow.
The reason they do that is so they can keep the patent and make the money.
You mean the medicine
yes.
is an actor.
Yes.
The medicine is a hypocrite.
Yes. it acts like the herb
okay,
we're
good.
Or the natural thing is supposed to be. So they can't patent that. It's something that grows right out of your ground, or you can just grow in your backyard and heal yourself. So they have to literally create these different medicines, put the patent on it, and now you have to come to them only for that.
Wow.
That's where the industry goes with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show has been powerful. Do we have a caller on the line right now? Caller.
Yes.
What's your name and where you calling from?
How you guys doing? This is Alonzo. I'm calling from Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Sheboygan, boing, boing, boing.
What up?
What's happening, PM?
Yeah, how you?
We good, man.
So the conflict, I want to admit that I am an overweight guy, and the conflict that I'm constantly running into is with the eating styles that you guys recommend versus the IF style that I have taken a liking to. Mm-hmm. Are you guys familiar at all with intermittent fasting?
Intermittent fasting. Yes, it's good. Let your body recalibrate. It's almost like a reset button. Mm-hmm.
Right, and the claim is that it attacks the fat, the unwanted fat, versus if you eat 6 times a day, your body will never have time to actually eat away at the stored fat. If you eat 6 times a day, your body will use up the food that's in your stomach versus the stored up fat. And you'll never lose weight eating 6 times a day.
Well, no, that's if you eat 6 big meals. But if you eat a meal and then a small snack. First of all, you're supposed to eat small meals. Your stomach is the size of your fist. So if you eat a meal any bigger than that, then that's
you're doing too much.
You're doing too much. So you're supposed to eat small meals, basically the size of your fist. One meal, then a snack, a meal, then a snack. And you're supposed to eat like that. And the only reason
you're supposed to eat like a Gemini.
Right. Right. You're supposed to you just want to let your body know that or you want your body to go into digestion mode every 2.5 to 3 hours. This also burns calories, but it tells your body where I'm not starving. So you can go ahead and burn off all of the unwanted fat that I don't need. See, but if you
another thing that I ran into is alkaline foods.
Right.
I mean, can I go shopping here in Sheboygan and store my house up with alkaline foods or foods that, you know what I mean? Like, what do I look out for? Like,
definitely the dark greens, man.
The dark
spinach,
greens,
kales,
but alkaline things comes in a lot of different forms. The most alkaline,
limes.
Yeah, the most alkaline thing you can eat. Most alkaline things you can eat are lemons and watermelon.
Yeah,
they're like 9 and 10 on the alkaline scale.
But see, you know what's real crazy though? The Bible even told us to eat seeds, but now they're trying to genetically engineer all this shit with no seeds. That's like little boys born with no balls.
Yes, don't eat any fruit without seeds.
Like that don't make sense. Like nigga, where are your ovaries? Like a girl born with no ovaries. What the fuck? What kind of hybrid kid is this? But again, they're creating this Franken food the FDA has approved some shit called food-like stuff. That is a technical terminology. Food-like stuff.
Also clone meat.
You see what I'm saying? Meat glue. Let's pull a bunch of different pieces of meat together and put some powder on this shit, and it'll glue it together like one piece of meat. It's a lot of bullshit out there because at the end of the day, they don't think you deserve your life.
Right.
Now, let me tell you, just real quick. So
for allowing me to call in. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much for the call. Kev?
I just wanted to tell them real quick because it's called pH balance. So you're not just supposed to go fully alkaline. If your body's too alkaline, you could die too. So it's a pH balance. So your meals are supposed to be about 75 to 80% alkaline and 20% acidic because your body needs that type of balance. But most people eat 80% acidic, and if at all,
let me tell you right now, nigga. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
If you eat McDonald's, that shit is 1,000% acidic.
I'm just gonna be honest with you right now.
You go to McDonald's after this?
Del Taco is the shit, man. Del Taco is not a game. You know what put me on the Del Taco? Corey Holcomb. We driving to Phoenix. Corey Holcomb said, nigga, I'm finna put you up on some shit, my nigga.
Did you get the fish tacos?
I didn't get the fish tacos. Corey was like, nigga, let me tell you what you should get right now. I'm finna get 4-5 of them. I said, what you getting? The new turkey taco, my nigga.
The turkey taco.
Get those 3 of them turkey tacos. Man, that shit is crack. I find myself going to Del Taco. I got to get it.
See?
I got to get it, my nigga.
They got you. They got you.
And I know it's evil.
Yep.
I'm like Pookie.
Yeah, roped your ass right away.
In New Jack City. Be like, be calling me. Turkey tacos, my nigga, is for real. They for real. Listen.
Ignorance is no excuse.
I'm going to jump right into it. Today's final thought. Let me just say really, really quickly. Your knowledge is governed. Your food is governed. Your medicine is governed. Your health is governed. Because you opt for everything to be convenient. The advent of technology makes everything right here, fingertips. I can do this. I can go here. I can get that. Let me tell you what isn't convenient. Good old-fashioned hard work. Good old-fashioned taking care of yourself. Let me make sure classism, racism, sexism, and ageism is still in effect. Classism. You don't get a Gelson's in the hood. Okay? I live in Inglewood. There's no Gelson's in Inglewood, but there's one in Playa del Rey. There's one in Santa Monica. How come Gelson ain't in Inglewood?
Hollywood Hills.
There's one in Hollywood Hills. There might be one in Inglewood after the Rams get there, after they regentrify the whole area. See, a lot of people don't understand. I'm going to use your apathy and your ignorance against you. Because some people are just in the rhythm of living. This is what I'm used to doing. This is what I'm used to getting down with. At the end of the fucking day, I'm going to use that against you and profit off of it. How many people feel like you bougie for going to Whole Foods? But there's black people who keep it real to guttural ghetto shit. And they think it's part of their identity to do ghetto shit, even when it comes to staying healthy. Nigga, what the fuck you think I am? Some kind of Olympian or some shit, nigga? I ain't doing no motherfucking push-ups, my nigga. The only push-up I'm doing is this popsicle, dog. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It becomes a part of their narrative to be unhealthy. What I'm trying to tell you is, there's a reason health food is more expensive than cheap dumb shit, right? Go find out what a jar of motherfucking almond butter is.
Thank you.
Not peanut butter.
Oh my God.
Almond butter. Go.
Dude, the difference in price.
You go see the difference. There's a reason. And then watch this cold shit. There's certain shit in the hood stores that are more expensive than in the high-end grocery stores. You didn't even know. You didn't know. Why is that? I went to the Whole Foods. I'm like, damn, this water, this pH balanced water is $4.99 at the Korean corner store. Why is it $2.09 at the Gelson's in Santa Monica? First off, they want the shit to be stupid expensive for you so you can go get the 99-cent vanilla Coke.
Cherry Coke, yep.
They want you on this shit. Right? You're not worthy. You don't get to live. You're dumb. We did the show about ignorance or unintelligence the other day. You're unaware of your surroundings, and because you're unaware, we get to take advantage of your ignorance. It ain't your fault, but what becomes your fault is when you come in contact with this higher information, the knowledge about what's happening, and you still do nothing. I be feeling bad for Farrakhan and people like that. To do a job for 60 years and speaking the same shit and then come back and go, damn, we kind of still in the same spot. It's almost like we as a people have wasted his work and many others like him. What about the sister, Dr. Joy DeGruy? Post-traumatic slave syndrome, the work she's doing, and everybody is calling out, we need to come together. What about, the sister? What's my sister? Her name is Frances Cress Welsing. These are very powerful vanguards of unity, of knowledge of self. And at the end of the day, they worked their asses off to be exceptional in their field to motivate us to come together, to cooperate, collaborate, commiserate, fellowship, love each other. And at the end of the day, we'd be like, niggas. Fuck niggas. Low key, fuck niggas. Aggressively, fuck niggas. Oh, there's a difference between niggas and black folk. Oh, classism within a marginalized people. That'll work. Do you not recognize, regardless of your fucking class, they, the dominant system, see you, niggas, and black folk as the same folk? Why wouldn't black people galvanize around a concept of creating a garden? A community garden where we don't need Whole Foods, where we feed the community non-poisonous shit that we planted a season ago.
They did it in Detroit.
Do you see what I'm saying? This kind of stuff has to happen nationwide. Black people abhor unity. And then you got brothers who will attack me. Well, you're attacking your people. Calling out what's wrong is not attacking. If you had a child and you saw them doing some wrong shit, you would call them out. If you had a cousin doing some wrong shit, you would call them out. I got friends who are only my friends because they are brave enough, man enough, and integrous enough to call me out on my shit. If you don't have people around you in your life like that, you don't have no friends. You don't have no advocates for your higher being.
That's right.
I'm just saying. Fuck it. Let's die together.
Not me.
Sometimes I just be like, fuck it then. We're not gonna do nothing. Let's die together. Let's all get white bitches. Let's fuck white bitches. Let's have some babies with white bitches. I mean, because I'll have to bring this up. I have to. Motherfuckers always complaining I believe love is colorblind. I do. So for the people who be bitching and complaining about it, oh, he with the white girl. And she loved me. We don't give a fuck about our community. So why should who the fuck I'm with matter? How you gonna be hypocritical? How you gonna be an actor? Hypocrite. Oh God, that shit is great. That shit is great. How you gonna be all right with niggas killing each other? You all right if you don't stand up and complain about it. But you'll stand up about a motherfucker marrying a white girl. Or a sister marrying a black dude. Or marrying a white dude. You complain about that, but you won't complain about what's wrong. You won't complain about us coming together. You won't about us not coming together. You won't complain about us not recycling black dollars. You won't complain about us not having black institutions of our own, whether it's food, whether it's medicine. You won't complain about none of that. But you'll be like, God damn, this bitch done married a white man. But this nigga, this great brother, has married a white woman. You'll complain about interracial dating and marriages. But you won't look at the real problem in our community, and that's living by another's code for us. I know I be on 10. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I love you all. All right, that's the end of my rant. Yo, I'm Zoe Williams. This has been the ZOWHAT Morning Show. Please, there's only 218 copies left. Go to my website, IamZoeWilliams.com. Order it now. I mail it out tomorrow. Promise you.
Cop Stop Guardian. Come on, get out there. Y'all want somebody to help y'all out at these traffic stops? Get on it.
And also, I thank everybody for their contributions today. Please go to GoFundMe.com/Zoe Williams. Keep this show cracking. We got to pay Frank some kind of way, please. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll see you next Monday, right? Next Monday with another heater. We're out. Deuces.
Peace.